Have you ever wanted to open an OnlyFans? I think that that's a question that a lot of people are curious about, and I was one of those people. Yes, there's going to be negatives. Yes, there's going to be positives, and you have to weigh what those are and what is it worth it to you. Make that decision for yourself. What really pushed me to do it started back when the pandemic started. I had just lost my job. It was a dream job of mine. I was in a Broadway tour. I also had a big breakup, and I was really depressed. So I ended up moving in with my best friend in her basement. In this depression, this sadness, I opened TikTok, downloaded it, started to watch videos, and then I started to do videos. And then I started to grow a following. I worked really hard, actually. It gave me the ability to have some creativity. It was an outlet for me. And in the midst of making videos, watching videos, some of the videos that I watched were about being sex positive. And this was a really new term to me because, I always grew up thinking sex was taboo. Because one of the big things I think, again, with most people is I'm a very different person in the bedroom. I can still be the same, but there are things that I like. I feel sometimes like that girl in American Pie where you get her behind closed doors and she gets all verbal. I can be like that sometimes. There are things that I like that are really hard to talk about. Even now, I'm still having a hard time just saying it out loud. And so it's do I want to share that with people? Do I want to start being more open about that? And what's interesting is, as I was watching TikTok, I started to get more open with my friends about my sex preferences and things like that. And then in the back of my mind, I'm still thinking, gosh, I need to find a way to make money. And I hear that people can make money on OnlyFans, even if it's just a little bit of side hustle. I find out that 2 of my friends are actually on OnlyFans, and I decide to contact them, and they tell me all about it and how it's a positive in their life. And they give me advice. They tell me these things because honestly, your life, especially if you show your face. One of my friends doesn't show their face. My other friend does show their face, and people will know that you do this because that is a big decision. This is a huge decision. People will find out. That's one of the hardest things. You're I want to do this, but I want to keep it secret. You don't. You can't. I was really, really curious. So I talked to my friends, I talked to my family, and they're so loving, so supportive, some of them, most of them. And, they give me a lot of good advice. And I tell them my fears about being afraid of what happened with Sean Cody last time and all these things, losing friends, possibly losing some work, the ability to have certain jobs. As far as friends go, your real friends are always going to support you because you have to be honest with who you are. It's also great if you can find something that you like to do. And I like sex. I did have a lot of support, so I was very fortunate in that, and I recognize that. And so I decide to do it. It is one of those things that I think I'm in a special place in the sense that I was able to, amass a following on TikTok. So I have a platform to at least hopefully get some followers. So nonetheless, I decided to start an OnlyFans. And what's so funny about OnlyFans is the first thing you have to do is you have to send them your information and get verified. So after you finally decide to make the decision, you then send them your stuff, and then it takes a day or 2 for them to respond, or whatever it is. Maybe it was hours. I don't know. I didn't see it till the next day. So it's almost like you have this ability to okay, I just did it. I made the account. I have time to still think about this. I could turn back right now. But a couple days before October 18th, I decided I'm going to go through with this. And I decided to make my OnlyFans account.